Okay, let's talk agriculture, right? Uh, I banned glyphosate. Uh, Glyphosate causes cancer. Uh, Glyphosate is like Roundup ready, you know. They put it on everything and it gets into the watershed and it's bad. That's bad. So I banned it on my continent, right? And the price of it's going up, that's all. The price of it's going up. I have a problem with enforcement, you know. It's an idiocracy, so I'm just telling you, you guys only grow corn and cotton. What's wrong with you? You know? What are you gonna live on if the world and its market collapses and they don't give you the wheat that you want? I know that we grow a lot of wheat too, right? But what we need to focus on is potatoes, lentils, and nuts, you guys, because you want a sustainable food source. You can't have the whole country live on corn. I mean, you can. It's going to get kind of bland and boring. Technically, you can live on corn, right? No, you have to be realistic. If the market were to deny you the prices that you desire, you have to grow it yourself. So I am building an agricultural empire, and what that means is we have to learn irrigation. So on the east side, they have no irrigation. On the west, we have it, and that's the one thing I picked up. You can't really do this till you have irrigation, guys, or your crops burn up in the sun, and I've seen your corn burn up, and that's bad. Inorganic fertilizer's bad because it turns your lakes into algae blooms. Okay? So, what you want to do is use alternatives like cow manure, right? Start using manure for fertilizer. Get gritty using human manure, right? That might sound weird, but I tell you what, it's not as weird as inorganic fertilizer. Okay? And glyphosate. Glyphosate is just you're putting it on one crop, you know. You spray the whole world with glyphosate and your corn, you know. It's so dumb, guys. You have to grow other stuff. So I want everyone growing food forests and four-way trees, spliced trees, super trees, you know. That's the future. Making orchards. Orchards, orchards, orchards. You want a crop that lasts? Build an orchard instead of this fickle stuff, you know. It has roots in the ground, it's going to stick around. So, it's all about irrigation, making a nut forests so that you can live on nuts and potatoes and lentils. Something serious for nutrition, you know. You have to bring back the chickens. You can't just let them torch all the chicken farms, right? because eggs are the cornerstone of our diet, and we can't do pasteurized dairy. We do raw milk, so we go back to raw milk, and that's a big deal to me. Probiotics. So we love cheeses. We love cottage cheese, especially. We love Greek yogurt. This is the best stuff for you. You know. Don't slack on dairy. Dairy is amazing. Okay. If you do it right, it's even better. So doing it raw dairy, fresh dairy, keeping it fresh. And the good thing about it is, you know when milk goes bad, right? It turns to cheese. If it's raw milk, it turns to cheese, and that you can eat that too. See, if you know your dairy, if you pasteurize the milk though, when that cheese starts to go sour, you've ever smelled sour milk? Well, that's because you pasteurized it, okay? And it can't turn out well because you killed the life inside of it, and that's why it stinks so bad. So raw milk will just turn into cheese. See, that's why raw is better. Learn to do it raw. You know, they criminalized raw milk. What the crap? You know, it's really bizarre. So they make you right, not for human consumption. It is sold as pet milk essentially. So go through the loopholes of the former government if you have to. Get a cow if you have to. Because that is the highest absorbable protein. So, being a dietitian, I'm leaning towards high absorbable protein. So that's raw milk, cheese, and the stats on eggs is astounding. So you put those three as the foundation of your diet, you know, and you want to have everything else on top of that. That's the way I see it if you're going to have proper nutrition.